Alrighty. So we're going to be examining resumes. This picture has been circulating on Twitter, and I think that it's a little bit misleading. It says that Tank has faced 10 undefeated opponents, but what they fail to mention to you is that 3 out of those 10 were guys on their debut. So to say that they were undefeated is almost a joke, because of course, if someone has never competed before, then of course they'd be undefeated. So right after they faced Tank, they were 0-1. So although that says 10 undefeated opponents faced, it should really say 7, because 3 of those guys were on their debut. So that's just a way in how stats can lie. When you look at the 9 former or current world champions faced, you got some pretty decent guys like Pedraza, Leo Santa Cruz, Barrios, but you don't have any truly great guys. So Tank has beaten good guys and really good guys, but he hasn't beaten a truly great former or current world champion. Like T.O. and Devin Haney, they beat Loma. Loma was great. He was great. So I think that win is more important to their resume than the 9 former or current world champions that Tank faced. Now Tank did fight Gamboa, but Gamboa was washed by that time, and Gamboa tore his Achilles in the second round and fought the rest of the fight on one leg. I don't think that Tank would have lost though, because Tank was tearing him up from the first bell. So I think Tank would have won regardless, but that was a different Gamboa than the one who won those gold medals. If you went here, thanks for liking the live. Everybody that's liking the live, thank you. I appreciate it. So my question to you is, out of these guys, when you consider the stats that they were placed that are placed behind me, who do you believe has the best resume? Who has the best resume between Tank, T.O., Shakur, and Devin? I'm gonna be honest with you. Shakur hasn't done enough at lightweight. Even at 130, he didn't do much. But
Hey, out of them four, I
has
ain't
the
gonna
best
lie.
resume. What's
Shakur
up,
gotta have the
Kawaki?
worst resume.
What's up, Kawaki? What's up?
Yeah, what's up? Out of them four, Shakur got the worst resume in my opinion.
I mean, he just got to the division, so we got to cut him a little bit of slack.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I feel you. He definitely does. His resume can't compete with none of these guys at
yeah.
all. None of them.
I say the best resume on here is either Devin or Tia.
Exactly. So the thing that I was trying to explain is that someone on Twitter, they compiled this together with the 9 former current champions and 10 undefeated opponents faced, and it's like, bruh. First
But the
off,
thing
some
about
of
it,
the guys that Tank was fighting, like they didn't have no chance to be like Pedraza's a good champion, but you saw what Keyshawn Davis did to Pedraza, and Keyshawn Davis is up and coming. So Pedraza, he was more like a paper champion. And then you got guys like Barrios, who's a former champion. That was a hard fight because Barrios was 140 pounds. So I gotta give Tank his credit.
one
But
thing.
then you got guys like Gamboa. Gamboa fought the entire fight with a torn Achilles, and Gamboa was old and washed by the time he fought Tank. He had already lost.
Right. But one thing, what I got to say is it's about the quality of opponent of the champion, not how
Exactly.
many.
Exactly. And then the quality of opponent, once you bring up Lomachenko, there's nobody like Lomachenko on Tank's resume, and there's a reason for that. Personally, I always say this. Tank is the man. Tank can fight his ass off. Tank has power in both hands. Tank has skills, footwork, reflexes, everything. The only thing that Tank doesn't have is long arms. But he doesn't have Lomachenko on his resume, and I don't think that Tank would beat Lomachenko if they would fight. I just don't. I don't think Tank would beat Lomachenko. I think
Me neither. I don't think he could beat him.
Loma's style would be too much for Tank Davis. And I think the only reason Haney was able to beat Loma is because Haney is blessed to be 5'9" with you like a 71-inch reach at lightweight
Fact.
when he was at lightweight. So that's the reason why Haney was able to beat Loma. If Haney was shorter, he wouldn't have been able to do a lot of the shit that he was doing as far as distance management. Now, that to go on this other stat, it says 10 undefeated opponents faced. I don't know if you noticed or not, Kawaki, but they were trying to soup up that stat because out of the 10 undefeated opponents, 3 of them were on their debut fight.
Right.
So it's like, why would you even add that into the equation? I mean, if a motherfucker never fought nobody, of course they undefeated.
Right.
And after those 3 guys fought Tank, they were all on one. So that just shows you that people were trying to hype this stat up.
Man, they
They're trying to hype up Tank's accomplishments.
they was just trying to
What's
hype
good,
up
y'all?
Tank accomplishments.
What's up, Wickedy?
What's good, Kawaki? What's good, KJ?
Yeah, that's good.
Hey, who has the best resume, Wickedy, out of these 4 guys?
Like best looking record? Or resume? You mean like people
Resume.
they fought and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Definitely Tank.
You think Tank has the best resume?
Hell no.
Yeah. I mean,
Why?
well,
Hell
let me
no.
see. He beat Leo Santa Cruz, but there was unfair advantages there. He's from
that belt
120.
Hold up. Let him speak. Let him speak. Go ahead.
There was unfair advantages there. That was at one. Leo Santa Cruz was a 120 pounder who moved up 15 pounds to fight. I get it.
No, he
Or no,
fought at 126, and he had already fought at 130 before, but he was smaller than Tank. So yeah.
yeah.
Now Leo Santa Cruz is nowhere near on the level of Lomachenko. He is good though, but he's not no Lomachenko. So I don't know how he would justify Tank having a resume. But I'm gonna let you continue.
And Rolly Romero was a threat at that time.
No.
Hard.
Stop.
Yeah.
I gotta stop.
Listen.
Yeah,
We
he was knocking motherfuckers out. He was knocking motherfuckers out.
Name the people that Rolly was knocking out. Name them. Like, what were they? Name them.
They were nobody.
Rolly, they built his career up so he could
then.
have a bunch of fights fast, so that he could hurry up and get the Tank Davis fight.
Listen.
Rolly didn't knock out anybody of note. This fight with Rolly versus Pitbull Cruz will be the second time that Rolly fights top competition in his career.
Facts.
And I don't think he's going to beat Pitbull Cruz.
Me
do you
neither.
think Rolly?
If he would beat Pitbull Cruz, then, matter of fact, if Rolly beats Pitbull Cruz, that's going to actually add weight onto your statement, Wickedy. Like, literally, if Rolly Romero somehow beats Pitbull, yes, we will have to accept that Rolly was not no chicken dinner. He was not a walk in the park. When you look at the size of Rolly, I think that's the only reason why Tank had problems, because Tank is a small guy. When you look at the skill level, it wasn't even close. When you look at the way that they fight.
Yeah, and I think
Facts.
Rolly became famous mainly because he sparred Ryan Garcia and beat him up. Actually, matter of fact, I see.
Man,
I'm looking at that now.
Rolly was like 14, 15 bouts in, bro. He didn't fight nobody.
Yeah. Rolly is
I think
famous
that's
because he can talk shit, and there's nothing wrong with that.
What's up, man?
But
What's up?
NBA 2K, man, who has the best resume out of all these guys? And Kamario, what's up?
Let me think.
I'll say Devin Haney. I'll take mine back. Devin Haney.
I say Devin Haney too.
Yeah, I gotta say Devin.
Too.
I say Devin as well.
Facts say Devin Haney.
Now this guy, whoever made this thing behind me, I think they were trying to mislead the public because they said Tank fought 10 undefeated opponents, but 3 of those 10 opponents were on their debut. So it's like, why would y'all even add them into his numeric stats? Bruh, if a motherfucker never fought nobody before, of course they're undefeated. They shouldn't get credit for being undefeated if they have no fights. So really, that should say 7 undefeated opponents face instead of 10. But they were trying to make, add a little barbecue sauce to Tank's accomplishments.
Facts.
Let's get this. Who do you think is the most dangerous out of all of them?
Tank is the most dangerous.
Tank is the dangerous one.
Cap.
Tank, I say Tank the most dangerous.
Cap.
What?
Hey, John, say what? Cap. Because he think it's Shakur. But why is Shakur the most dangerous?
No, listen, Shakur not more dangerous. It's like dangerous.
And why nobody want to fight him?
Okay.
Now that's a great point. Another reason why Shakur has the worst resume up here is because he tried to make a fight with Pitbull Cruz, he got turned down.
Yeah.
Tried to make a fight with Frank Martin, fight fell out. He should have took the fight with Devin Haney. I don't give a fuck what Jaffe say. He should have took that fight with Devin Haney.
Yeah, exactly.
For the most part, if Devin really wanted that fight,
Haney was gonna get 60 mil.
Errol Spence said 50-50. Because Errol really wanted to fight. So if Devin really wanted to fight with Shakur, he would have did 50-50.
That's what I'm saying.
I just made a video about
That's what I'm saying.
No.
At least
did 50-50 though.
Listen. When there's an undisputed champion ever in history gave a 50% to a challenger who has one fight in the division?
Listen. Errol Spence had no business giving Terrence Crawford 50-50. Errol Spence had 3 belts. Terrence only had 1. Errol was selling out regularly, pay-per-view, making much more money than Terrence Crawford ever did in his career, fight after fight. So he had no business giving Terrence Crawford 50-50. But that's what it took to make the fight happen. And plus,
that's what Errol Spence told him.
Yeah,
Hold up. When you look at it in retrospect, both of those men took home $30 million each. So even though Terrence Crawford hadn't been selling out as much as Errol, he was worth his weight in gold. They both got rich off of it. So when you have a dancing partner, someone that you could tangle with, and y'all gonna make a big pay-per-view event, you might as well respect that man and give him 50-50 if you really want the fight to happen.
who's more dangerous, Earl or Bud? Bud, what? come on now. They already proved that. That fight done happened already.
That's a very strange question.
Yeah, very strange.
That's like asking who's more dangerous,
Exactly.
Tank or Rolly.
Right. I mean, but the thing about it is,
Roll is
David
pretty
took
dangerous.
50% against Cambosis.
He throw them bolos.
They're both
He
dangerous.
throw
Yes,
bolos.
Rolly's dangerous, but I'm just
In
saying,
actual
like,
terms,
as
dangerous
far
don't mean
as Tank and Rolly.
the most dangerous
Yeah.
don't mean you're gonna be the
Look,
world champion or the, you know what I'm saying?
This is
But
what I'm
yeah,
saying, man.
it can
These
be
guys, they really want these fights. Put some respect on the opponent's name. Like, at the end of the day, all of your Tank's biggest fight is going to be with Shakur or Devin or Tio. Like, no, we don't really want to see him fight nobody else. And it's the same that goes to the rest of these guys. Devin will be against Tank or Shakur or Tio. So the least you can do is get a guy 50-50. We saw how it worked out with Errol and Bud. It was a great event. The shit got made quick. Everybody won. They all made a bunch of money. So trying to be a diva and trying to shit on a guy like, oh yeah, I'm gonna send you 25%. I'm gonna give you 30. That shit is played out, man. It's enough
And that's
money
what he
around.
did.
Yeah, that means you don't want to fight.
Exactly.
It don't
That's what I'm
necessarily mean you don't
saying.
want to fight. I'm just saying that at this point, we know that the quickest way to get the fight is just to give him 50-50. I think Ryan and Tank agreed on 50-50, if I'm not mistaken.
I know some of these dudes be very good businessmen, but when you trying to cut the man out too much,
But the thing about it is,
the man is not
Bud was way more accomplished than Shakur.
Yeah, Bud was.
But
Do you think that
Bud hadn't fought.
people?
Bud had really fought nobody.
No,
Okay,
that's false, man.
majority.
Bud fought
That's not
with
true, man.
Errol.
That
Stop
man
it.
was
He
that man
fought
Bud and
cleared
Sean
his
Earl,
Porter,
division,
listen,
man.
bro.
Bud and
That's
Earl
false,
fought.
man.
They're the same people.
They fought
So
the
you
same
ain't
people.
Mouth,
Yeah,
man.
they
they
fought
Watch
the
your
they
mouth.
same
fought the same
people, my
people.
brother.
Watch your mouth out, TC, bro.
I know somebody gonna bring up
His
Kell
But
Brook.
biggest division, he ain't
Spence
fighting
fought
nobody.
nobody either.
Listen,
But
KJ, they gonna bring up Kell Brook was hurt when he fought Bud, but he was also hurt when he fought Spence. Then he
Yeah,
get his
yeah.
eyes
Kell
be
Brook was
broke
beating
by
up Spence
Triple
Yeah, he
G.
got broken down by Triple G, man.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
They love discrediting Crawford, but then you could do the same thing to Spence.
Look,
Yep.
they both fought the same guys. They both are some of the best boxers in the world. They both were at the top of the division. So it's like people didn't want to
Kell Brook
respect
was,
Bud for whatever reason. It is what it is. He's just not
well,
like for
but
whatever reason. He don't have the charisma that people want to attach themselves to him. So
Right.
yeah.
He don't
Brook
have
that's
must have
true.
got a
that.
But
big bag to fight
I
Triple G.
always said whoever won that fight, they got to see boots. So
Look,
I mean, we'll see how good either one of them are.
How
look,
good y'all think
Bud not
Boots
gonna get the.
is, bro? Y'all keep
You might
mentioning
get to see
Boots
the
like
Boost
he
fight.
can't get this smoke.
Yeah,
We
I
might
think he'll
get to
fight
see
Boots.
the Canelo.
I think he'll fight Boots if he can't get the Canelo fight.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
he's
don't.
not
I
getting
don't
the
think he
Canelo
fighting
fight.
boots.
He's not.
He's not
It's
gonna
gonna have
get
to
the
be a
Canelo fight.
mandatory.
I know it.
I don't even
47?
want
It's
to
gonna have
see
to be a
Crawford mess
mandatory.
his
I think
career
Yeah,
up by
Canelo
going
gonna
to
fight Jaime
168.
McGee or
Bud
Benavidez. Either
ducking
one of
Boots.
them
No,
two.
he ain't.
He ain't gonna fight Benavidez. He running scared from that nigga. You
Yeah,
know.
he would never fight Benavidez.
What about Jaime McGee?
He might fight Munguia, but he
Might
said his next opponent is gonna be an American. So I don't know. Maybe Berlin. I don't know.
Not Jamel Charlo, cause I don't know. He not
Hey,
he not too dedicated.
hey, let's start the podcast right quick. How come boxing world don't give Crawford his props, man? Every time we turn around, y'all
He's
talking
not
about who he
charismatic
ducking,
to the
who he
people
can't
for
beat,
whatever reason,
and all this shit.
Camario.
He done beat up everybody, bro.
But Camario, he's not charismatic to the people.
I
Like
see that. I see that.
Muhammad Ali, he lost. Most people don't even remember that Muhammad Ali fought Joe Frazier for the first time and lost. Like when people think of Ali, they think of him as like one of the greatest boxers of all time. He was great, but Ali, he lost a lot of fights. He got gift decisions against Ken Norton. But people act like he was like this super skilled, super dominant fighter. He had a bunch of holes in his game. But since they
Fact.
like Ali as a person, they inflate his boxing skill. They don't like Terrence Crawford as a person, so they deflate his boxing skills. That's just how it goes. People they
I
root for who they
see,
like.
bro. They
It's
talking about he ain't
emotional or
fought
personal. It
nobody.
is what it is.
Yeah, I see that, man. Because they talking
I
about
agree.
he ain't fought
Man,
nobody.
Ali. One
The
thing I can say
champion
about
he
Ali's
beat was beat
skills.
up already.
One thing.
He got in a car accident.
One,
If
Boots,
you
he's
in, if
scared
you
of
in the
Boots
chat,
now.
if you in the
And all
chat,
one
that
thing
shit.
I can say about
His
Ali's
son
skills
went
is
down in a car accident too, though.
one. Listen, one thing I can say about Ali's skills, he had good footwork, he had good head movement, he had a good jab, and his speed was his defense. He didn't have too much good defense. His
Yeah,
speed was his defense.
yep.
But he had good footwork, head movement, and he had one of the best jabs in heavyweight history.
Yeah.
So that's the only skills
But
I
I
can
will
see.
say this, KJ. That's a good question, man, with all four of those fighters, because I'm still looking at it, and I still ain't come up with an answer yet.
What up, bro? I didn't even know
I'm
that
gonna
was you,
say
bro. I couldn't tell.
it's Haney
If you look,
because Haney
all I can see is
became
Mexican.
undisputed. He
But
did what Tio couldn't do. He did what what Loma tried to do all of those years. Haney did it, and then he went up to
Yeah.
140 and got a belt. And
Yeah.
Haney has a pretty full resume. Like even though he fought a bunch of Mexicans, Mexican fighters do the same shit that Haney does. Only difference is Haney went back big fights and he won big fights. Unlike Julio Cesar Chavez, who he fought Pernell and lost because he had been fighting a bunch of cans. Haney fought a bunch of cans, but then he got in there with some of the best and got the dub. So yeah, I give him the best resume on here. T.O. is behind him. Tank is third, and
I was
Shakur is
gonna say
last.
Tio.
James
I was
Russell
gonna say
said Haney
Tio.
ain't fought nobody. Cap his hell.
Nah, he ain't fought nobody. He ain't trolling.
Nah, hell
I
no.
mean,
Tripping.
bro,
Wait,
he fought Gambosa. Gambosa C-class fighter at best. I mean, he was taking Tio shots. That's why he lost. That's why Tio lost that fight, because Tio was surprised his damn self. He couldn't believe he was taking those shots from him. Who else did Haney beat?
Hold up. This is the thing though, Jaffe. This is the thing why it's like I understand Kambosos is not really a top tier fighter, but Tio lost to that man and Haney beat him twice convincingly. So
He
that's
did.
why it's like when they fought some of the same people. Well, they fought the same guy. Haney was able to
I'll
win.
say.
They both
I'll
tried
say
to become
this.
undisputed. Haney was able to get the job done. Tio wasn't.
Right. I'll say this about
But
Haney.
Cambosis had good achievements though. He was unified.
he got a victory over Lumachenko.
I'll
Tank
say
don't got
this.
that. Tank don't got a victory
Oh
over
no,
Lumachenko.
we talking about between Tio and Haney. Tank not even like Tank is third as far as resumes on this little list right. He's third. He's not
Yeah,
even in the
Tank cherry
conversation with
pick,
Tio and
but
Haney.
Yeah, Telefimo resume messed up because he lost to Kimboso.
uh huh. Yeah,
Telefimo.
he did.
He did
Whatever the
say that.
man
Tell her
name is.
female.
Whatever the
That
man
boy
name
said
is, he lost to
telephone.
he lost to
What the
He
Kimboso.
said,
heck?
Telephone.
was that
But
Wick Leaf, bro? Was that Wick Leaf?
Bro,
Telephone.
I don't
Yeah,
even know how
yeah,
to
Somebody
say
from
that
the
man's
UK.
name,
Wick,
bro.
yeah.
Wick Leaf said, did you say Telefimo?
Bruh.
Telephone.
Oh,
A boxer from the UK. I'm like, what
Buddy
Telephone.
the
Buddy
fuck?
Rowe that can fight good. He lost to Cambosis,
Tia
and he wasn't
female.
supposed to lose to Cambosis.
Tia female.
Yeah.
somebody said Teofimo.
Man.
Look, man,
Tiafimo.
Teofimo can fight.
Telefimo.
Teofimo, he has a style that doesn't do good against certain styles, but Cambosos doesn't even fight in a style that should have gave Tio trouble. I think he just had a bad night.
Nah.
But at the end of the day, it happened. At the end of the day, it happened. So
Yeah.
when we look at the fact that both Devin and Tio fought Cambosos and Devin made Cambosos look like easy work, and then we look
Yeah.
at the fact that they both tried to become undisputed, but Devin is the one who actually did it. I gotta
Yeah.
put Devin above Tio when it comes to resume.
But listen though, when you said Tio had an off night against Cambosis, I agree. But because he was looking for the knockout, he rushed in
Yeah.
looking for a knockout. So he didn't think off his, you know what I'm saying? He didn't think how he
Yeah.
did against like Josh
Yeah.
Tatum.
I know y'all putting a little sugar on it. He had an off night, but you don't have an off night on the undisputed title bout night.
But that's what I'm saying, though. That's why I said that I put Haney above him.
Yeah, David
Anybody
Haney's.
can have an off night, but when you do, guess what? Now that's on your record. Now it's a black spot on your record.
Yeah. I don't think that Cambosis can really beat Telefimo for real, but he did. But in David Haney, David Haney.
Telefimo. Who the hell is
Hey
Telefimo?
man, don't even dwell on it though. But look, shoot,
Telephone. Telefimo.
Don't dwell on it.
Hey,
don't dwell
shit,
on it.
this
I don't know how to say
podcast
this
getting
shit.
funny, bro.
Man from Philippines, I'm not. So shit.
Hey, look, listen, man, listen. Make sure if you're in the chat that you liking the live, man. Make sure you tapping that screen. If you in the chat, you laughing, you enjoying yourself, make sure you tap the screen, support the live, man. But
Damn.
this is the thing, bro. Tank Davis, now that I'm thinking, he gotta fight somebody on the level of a Lomachenko for his next fight, like, because there's no way that, because he's the oldest man on this list. He's the oldest out of all of these guys. He has the least amount of top tier competition out of all of these guys except for Shakur, and Shakur just got to the lightweight division not too long ago, like what, a year or 2 years ago. So
A year.
Yeah.
when Tank is about to be 30 years old, his next fight got to be somebody that's of a Lomachenko caliber, so that way he could compare his resume to these guys. Like, period. And I don't. And once again, I don't think Tank would have beat Loma. I don't think Tank could beat Loma right now. I just don't. I think the styles would fuck him up.
Yeah, Devin barely did it. I mean,
Yeah, and Devin
technically
was
he
the hype, man. If
didn't.
Devin was smaller, I
Yeah.
don't think Devin would have beat Loma.
Yeah, like because Devin barely did. I mean, if he did,
Yeah, it was close. It was close
No,
as hell.
Devin beat him, man. Devin beat him
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
Devin
Devin beat
did
him.
beat him, bro.
Yeah,
at
he beat
least
him. He,
7-5.
yeah.
by the judges, but the
Loma didn't go
good
take
judges,
it.
Man, I
the
watched that
good
fight.
judges in the
You
street.
cannot
You know what
take
I'm
you
saying?
cannot take 6 rounds to get into the fight, bro. Like, especially as a
Nah.
Loma lost the fight, if anything. Like, the man takes too long to get started
Yeah, he
at
did. He did.
lightweight.
Yeah.
He did the same shit against T.O. Like, you know why he does it? Because these men are naturally bigger than him, and he has to take a certain amount of punches. He's hesitant about taking those punches. Once he starts losing, he starts saying, you know what, fuck it. But if he were to come in there with that mentality from round one, he'd win these fights. He would have beat T.O. in. But it's easier said than done because these punches hurt.
Yeah, Lomachenko was trying to take the steam out of the bull first before he beat him up. And it took him too long. To 6 rounds? Nah, it took too long. He thought
Yeah,
they would get tired
you
before
can't be
that.
starting the fight at round 7. Like, that's
Yeah,
just
yeah. They would hit
Hey,
Loma at like nunchucks.
and y'all
If
remember when
Roma
Devin
was
Haney
a
got
naturally
tired
big
against
man, if he had more power, he could be beating these guys. But his power doesn't have the same effect that it had at 130. So they're able to deal with a lot of his little flurries and shit.
and,
Anytime Loma was trying to
and
tire
y'all
Devin
remember
out,
when Devin
that's
was
a dumb
fighting.
game plan because Loma was 35 and Devin was 24. So
Not
why
only
are you
that,
trying to tire out a young man?
not only that,
You the one
Devin
that's
is
getting
used to
tired, all that movement.
Devin is used to going 12 rounds, so how would he
Yeah,
tire him out?
right. That's a dumb game plan. I mean, somebody said that. I don't know if that was Loma's plan, but that was a dumb
It
game plan if
seemed
it
like
was.
because he didn't start fighting till round 6, and he did great.
But that's not. I don't think that's him trying to tire Devin out. That's him trying to cover all of that distance. Devin Haney at lightweight. People have no idea if they don't box, but 5'9" with a 71-inch reach at lightweight. That's tall. That's big as hell. So Loma is 5'5". I think he has a 67-inch reach. He has Tank Davis dimensions. He has to try to get inside of all of that range without getting caught with a right hand from Devin Haney or a jab from Devin Haney.
Man, Devin,
So
Yeah,
that's
But
why
take
here's
the
what I
what
steam
said.
out of the
Loma has
bull.
to
But
do on
here's where
his
the
side.
downfall at with Haney. He has like no real. He doesn't have any real speed. He don't have any real power, but he got the size. So that's
He
Nah,
why.
he
got
got
power at
speed. He got
140. He got
speed,
power at
bro.
140.
Nah.
He got speed.
Uh-uh.
He don't got no real
Not
power right now.
Yeah,
not world
man.
class
At
speed.
140, he got power. I don't know what
He
the
got
fuck y'all
power.
watching.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
I say, yeah, the way Regis' face was looking after that, man, I don't
No, the
know.
way that Regis fell.
Yeah, the way he
He
fell
dropped
in his
Regis,
face.
man. He got power at 140. At 135, he was a weight bully. He was draining himself too much. That's why in the Loma fight, he almost lost. In round 10 to 12, especially 10 and 11, Haney was losing. He was fading. He was getting tired. And he
Yeah.
couldn't do the same movement. That's why he got caught standing tall a couple of times.
In the Regis fight, I wasn't talking about that one because that was that's his first fight at that weight class at Regis
And he
fight.
showed more power than he showed in
The
his last
12
couple
was
of
close.
fights at
I don't
lightweight.
think Devin won
Because
the 12.
those extra
Power,
5
I'm
pounds
gonna
make
need
a
it.
huge difference, man.
He said,
When you get to a certain threshold, 1 pound can make a huge difference.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're that though.
that's Noah, that's cap. Loma didn't start doing that till like the 10th, 11th round. That's cap.
Yeah, he wasn't getting dragged from the 7th.
Yeah, he
Loma's best
wasn't.
rounds was the 9th, 10th, and 11th, but especially the 10th and 11th. The
Yep.
first 6 rounds, they were literally, I'm going to say the first 5 rounds go to Haney.
Yeah,
Maybe
it
you can
do.
get a 6 to Loma. I watched that 5 times, broke it down on Patreon.
Yeah.
Literally,
I gave
you
Luma the
cannot
last 6
take that
rounds.
long to get into a fight.
Nah,
The only way Loma
Loma
would have
didn't
won
win the
that fight
12th one.
with the way that it took him that long to get inside the fight, he would have had to get knockdowns. Like Tank Davis was losing to Barrios unofficially. Officially, they was looking out for Tank because he was winning a bunch of rounds that he probably shouldn't have been winning. But unofficially, Tank was losing to Barrios. How did Tank make up for that? By getting multiple knockdowns. And eventually he scored the stoppage. He got the knockout. But when you start so slow like that, the only way to even out the odds or to make up for get throwing away 4 or 5 rounds is to get knockdowns. Lomachenko doesn't have the power to do that, and he's smaller than these guys because he's coming from 130. So when he gets in there with bigger men who actually can box and shit, most of the time you're gonna lose. It's not necessarily even his fault. It's like 35 years old. Didn't go pro until 25. Now that was dumb because it's like you already didn't won a gold medal. He probably could have went pro at like 18 or 19. He been boxing his whole life. It's not like he's picked the sport up at 20. So that was a mistake on his part. But now he's 35. He has to try to fight these young guns who are some of the best in the world, and he's coming from 130 pounds. He's gonna lose damn near every time. He don't
I
have the
will
power.
say this: Tank is the modern day Zab Zuda, and I think his
No,
dethronement is imminent. Yeah, of course he is. I think his
Tank is
dethronement
the
is imminent.
modern.
Yeah,
no.
Zab
I'm
Zuda was
gonna
on
let you
top at one
finish your
point.
point. Finish your point, Jaffa.
But anyway, he's gonna get dethroned eventually. The height and everything is gonna catch up to him. The reach advantage is gonna catch up to him. But at the end of it all, on this list right here, that third guy is gonna be on top, and that last guy at the bottom is gonna stay where he's at.
Nah.
Hey,
Hell,
no. But let me address something. Man. So, you said that Tank is gonna be dethroned, but
Yeah.
Tank isn't really on no throne. Like he's on a throne of popular opinion, but if you're looking at like boxing legacy and shit, he's on a throne anyway. Like he didn't
Oh, you know what I mean.
become undisputed at lightweight like Devin, and he's not at 140 with Devin and Tio getting belts at 140 now. So he's not really on the throne boxing legacy wise anyway.
Well, I didn't mean a throne per popular casual fans.
Okay, so you're
Casual
talking
fans
about
see Tank.
he gonna lose some of that reputation
Right,
once he
right,
starts losing
man,
to some of the
bro.
big guys.
right.
Listen. Devin is on the throne.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Out of them
Devin
four,
is on.
Devin is on the throne.
Devin is
No,
on the throne.
no.
Hey, but Shakur Stevenson said for now, and you got to admit, Jaffe,
Yeah,
your man acknowledged when Devin went up to him saying, "I'm the man." Shakur said for now. What does that
right,
mean? Shakur acknowledges Devin's position.
right,
It's undeniable. He was undisputed at lightweight, not at 140 getting belts. So
right.
he's in a much higher position boxing wise than Shakur. Even if Shakur may beat him until they fight, Devin is
Okay,
above him, man.
let
He's
me
on a
Hey,
ask
level
you
that
this
he's
man
not.
James
one
Ruffles in the
question.
comment
One
section is
question.
casual,
One
boy.
question. Who does Haney fight after Ryan Garcia?
Wait,
Just
James
who?
Russell said
Oh,
Devin.
Matias.
The
It's either
IBF?
Matias
The
or they
IBF?
was
The IBF champion?
It's either Matias or they was gonna try to get him a fight to stay active with Sandor Martin.
Yeah, because
Okay,
Sandor Martin, because they
cherry
paid him that
picking.
step aside money. You're right. You're right.
All right, so if he's fighting against that, what's that? The IBF champion, that Cuban boy? Is he Cuban?
Yeah, Cuban
The Cuban boy gonna fuck him up.
or Puerto Rican. No, I was gonna make a video about that. That's gonna be Haney's toughest fight.
Yeah,
Who?
by far. But see, that's all Haney needs is a tough fight. Gambosa wasn't tough. I mean, let's be honest. He's C class at best. I'm trying to think about who else. Regis
Loma was a
wasn't.
tough fight, bro. I don't know which.
Well,
Loma was a tough fight,
Did you
yeah,
say
but
Gamboa?
Matias is gonna be different. You know why?
he's C
Because
class.
Matias actually has power. Loma didn't really have the power. Like Loma caught Haney with some clean shit. Where if he had power, that might have been all she wrote.
Man, Matias ain't
Matias
slick
got
enough.
power.
Haney,
Matias,
So if
Matias
Devin
ain't
Haney
slick
don't.
step in
enough.
there with
Haney don't
Matias,
have elite
shit gonna
defense
go crazy. It's
to
gonna be
keep this.
crazy.
He doesn't
But,
have the elite defense to keep the charade up.
but
It's only a
Matias,
charade. It's smoke and mirrors when it comes to Haney. Haney don't have the skill for this, man. Like it's only a matter of time.
man,
So,
Matias ain't skilled enough to do all that. He has the power, but he ain't
but
skilled enough.
that's the point I'm trying to make. You don't have to be that skilled to beat Haney. Haney got one technique. That's
Bro,
jab and pick up.
the only thing Regis
Jab and
could
slide
do
back.
is try harder
I
than
mean,
Regis
in the
did. That's
Regis
all
fight,
he
he was
could do,
taking
bro.
steps to the side, man. I'll have to disagree with that. In the Regis fight and in the Loma
The
fight, he showed
footwork in
that
that fight
he could
though.
take a
He
step
was
to the
using his
side, he can
footwork.
pivot. So he doesn't
Exactly.
just jump in and out. I see what you're saying, though.
And let
But
me
He
tell you
was.
something. Matias, because that's exactly what style. Listen, let me break it down to you before y'all say something. You see how in a Jermaine Ortiz fight that Teofimo was getting frustrated that Jermaine Ortiz was not coming forward. Matias is a come forward fighter. He will give Teo exactly what the fuck he want, and he gonna get knocked out.
you
Watch.
said Matias gonna get knocked out?
Yeah.
Man, y'all keep sleeping on Matias. I'm gonna tell you
I
something. When you watch Matias fight, he
I'm
could
not.
lose to anybody and he could beat anybody because he does not give a fuck. Like he's not. Most boxers they out here trying to dodge punches. Like Matias doesn't care. So when you get in there with someone like that, anything can happen. I'll give you an example. This is bad, but Joe Louis, he got dropped by the fat heavyweight Tony
Don't Galento.
Gelato or something like that, whatever. But it was some fat Italian dude, right? And he dropped Joe Louis. And this man had no business dropping Joe Louis. Joe Louis had to get up and really fight, bite down on his mouthpiece and win. All because that guy didn't give a damn. He was talking shit to Joe Louis the entire time before the fight, talking shit to him during the fight, and then actually knocked on him. And his skill level was not good. But that's the power of the mind. If you go in there with that don't give a fuckness, anything can happen. And Matias has that quality. He doesn't give a fuck. He don't care that Devin Haney was undisputed and he has a belt. He don't care that Teofimo is supposed to be, this boxing super whiz and that these guys are more popular than him.
Let me tell you.
Matias gonna get in
Let me
there and
tell
do
you.
anything he does every fight, and that's try to harm his opponent by any means necessary. So
Let
he's
me tell
not
you what's
easy
gonna
for
happen.
nobody. He's not. He's just not.
Let me tell you what's gonna happen. Haney, Bill and Devin is gonna push that Mateus fight on the TO, and then say they get the winner of that fight or some bullshit like that. Devin's not gonna
Yeah,
fight
I
him.
mean, if that happens, then man, I'm gonna be questioning like whether or not I really want to fight Matias. I don't blame nobody
Get the
for not
question
wanting to
ready.
fight Matias.
Get the
Matias
question ready.
dangerous, bro. Dangerous fighter,
I
and he
know it.
got the tank to fight the whole time.
And one thing I will say about acknowledgement, Haney has already acknowledged he's prepared to take a loss. Now, in my history of boxing, which I'm a real boxing fan, I have never heard any great fighter say they're prepared to take a loss. But somebody who knows that this is a charade, when the wool comes over everybody's eyes and they see who Devin Haney really is, they're gonna be like, oh damn, he was never was that really anyway. But I've never heard a world class boxer say I'm prepared to take a loss. This boy got up on a podcast and said that shit.
Matias is tailor made for Devin Haney.
Look,
Though, bro. I'm
Deontay
trying to tell
Wilder said
y'all.
it before he lost.
Deontay Wilder was never elite, and that last fight he had, like I said, De Los Santos. Put De Los Santos against Haney. See what happens. You have to have elite defense to go against somebody who knows how to throw precise bullets. I'm talking about not just wild bullets. I'm
Right,
talking
where
about
they picking the punch.
right where you're
How
picking
when
it.
Devin can Dana do the same thing Shakur can do?
Cap.
No. Okay, this is the thing. I broke it down on my Patreon. It was a little short video, but Shakur defense and reflexes are slicker than Devin's. Devin, he can duck under punches and make himself small.
Yep.
He can take a step to the side and move back. But on the inside, Shakur's defense is much slicker than Devin. It's slicker than Tank's. Like this shit is crazy. So I wouldn't say Devin could do what Shakur does, or even damn near do what they do is different. It's like apples and oranges. And I would pick if I was picking like what defense or reflexes I would rather have. I would rather have Shakur's. It's smaller. It's
Yeah,
more precise.
yeah, for sure. But what I'm saying is Devin, like a lot of people
Yeah,
call
Bible
Devin a
had
runner.
Shakur Stevenson
Listen,
defense.
what
Yeah.
I'm saying is everybody used to always call Devin a runner just like Shakur. They used to always pick on both of them. What I'm saying is Devin will probably try to run like Shakur, which is what I'm saying. Like he'll get
I
on
mean,
his
I
bike.
think Devin would beat Edwin De Los Santos. I don't think he would lose to him.
Yeah. I know what I'm saying is he'll probably get on his bike like Shakur, like you know what I'm saying? Like they both fast and will try to get away for any type of conflict with power and shit.
Hey, Kawhi, thanks for lighting the live this entire time, man.
What's your
You don't gotta
Patreon?
keep spamming your thumbs and everything, no man. You can take a break, but I appreciate it.
What's your Patreon?
Oh, it's just KJITV, man. KJITV. I got a couple of fights that I'm doing on there, like the big fight that I'm gonna be doing. I haven't posted. I posted a couple of days ago. I posted the Shakur and Devin Haney. I compared their sparring. It's just a 5-minute video, and you can see certain things that's different in them too. Like number one, Devin is going to use more movement. Shakur's steps are smaller. Um, they both have a good jab, but Shakur's jab looks to be sharper, more precise. Haney, he gets caught being too tall at times. Also, Devin Haney has a quality in him. He doesn't show it in his fights, but in his sparring, he always shows it. But his size and frame allows him to bully a lot of his sparring partners. Shakur, he kind of likes to throw a lot of straights and shit. He likes to be he's like meticulous with his punching. Like he wants to have a perfect punch and be clean. Haney, he throws a lot of looping shit, a lot of wild shit when he's sparring.
And that's how he gets caught up the middle, right on that big ass nose. That's a good target.
Yeah, I mean
Pound.
it is true, man. When you throw those wild shots and you get in there with look at Errol Spence. A lot of the times Errol got dropped. It was because he was throwing a wild shot.
Yeah, that's why his nose always running. They hitting him around the button. But one thing I will say, my homeboy put up that footage about he was like Shakur had quit it against Haney, and I told him, I said, man, the only person that want to keep gambling is the person that's losing. That's the only person want to keep shooting dice. Man, let me keep winning my money back. Let me bet this. Let me bet this. Let me bet this. Let me bet that. So he bought that little footage out. I ain't buying it because he's a Haney fan. He says Haney's top boxer right now. He said he's number one
Yeah.
in his opinion.
I mean, when you look at
He did say that
what
though.
Haney is doing right now, he is above these guys. Like I'm not talking about skill wise, because you could look at someone's skill and be like, yeah, like if we going off skill, fucking is like one of the best. But
What you
we
know,
don't know
bro?
until the big fights happen. But when you look at what Haney has accomplished as far as the belts, he's number one with these guys on the screen. He's done more than them, and he's only like what 24 years old.
Facts.
But
Only
skill
competitor.
wise, yeah, I think Shakur is more skilled than Haney. I do. I
Only
think that
competitor is
Tank has
Tia.
a chance to knock Haney out, but in front of these guys, his accomplishments.
I don't know, man. We're gonna see, but I think what's gonna be like the next mega fight is gonna be Boots and Shakur. At some point, they're gonna have to see each other.
Who?
Boots and
Sure.
Shakur.
Man, hell no, bro.
At some point, they're gonna have to see each other.
Man, by the time
Hell no.
Shakur gets to 47, to be at 154. Man, I don't even know if Shakur will ever fight at 47.
I don't think he is.
Man, Boost would be at 160. That's if he plan on going there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because like these
I don't
guys
think
in
he's
their
going
20s,
there.
but when they're in their 30s, Boost's body not gonna be the same. He's not even gonna be able to make welterweight. My
Facts.
man said Boost and Shakur. Listen,
Man,
Shakur's
I'll see if you said Bud.
with Devin Haney, Tank Davis, T.O., all of these fights are gonna happen. Literally, once one of these big names take it, it's gonna open up the boxing waters and shit, the floodgates of boxing. Once Haney or Tank or Shakur loses, T.O. already lost. But
Hey,
once
yo.
one of those black fighters lose against the other one, it's gonna open up the floodgates of boxing. You're gonna see these dudes start to fight each other 3 and 4 times.
Hey,
It's gonna be great.
even though listen, I got a question for y'all. Even if I don't agree with the shit, we all agree that like ain't no 4 kings of the era, is only 4 kings. I respect the past 4 kings, but if it's, let's say if it were to be a 4 kings out of these 4, who would be who? Like who would be who?
It's too early to call.
No, I understand the question. I'm gonna answer it. Tank will be Sugar Ray because Tank is the pay-per-view star. Shakur would be like a haggler. Not because of power, but because nobody really wants to fight the man. Nobody wants to fight Marvin Hagler. Nobody wants to fight Shakur. Haney would be like Thomas Hearns because Thomas Hearns, the reason why he was able to dominate really was because of his frame and his natural athleticism. But Haney is missing the power. But Haney has the frame. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that leaves T.O. to be Roberto Duran. But to be honest with you, T.O. can't really be Roberto Duran.
Right.
So I'm only saying that because that's the last motherfucker left.
Facts.
Roberto Duran was a lot more skilled than T.O. Roberto Duran wouldn't have had no problem cutting the ring off against Jermaine Ortiz. None.
Facts.
And he would have
Facts.
fought. He would have changed up his style. He fought in 6 different styles. So
Switch
the
him.
only reason why I'm saying T.O. would have been Roberto is because I ran out of people. So really, T.O.
Right.
isn't Roberto.
Hey, yo. And here's another thing that a lot of people don't notice. Got a lot of people be trying to compare Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson because off their sparring tapes, but realize this: they was younger then, and they were the different weight classes. Shakur Stevenson
Yeah,
was a
but they
smaller
still
man,
fight the same though.
so
They
he
still
gonna
fight.
move
That's a great
smooth
point though.
and faster.
But they fight the same. Like Devin, they've gotten better at what they do, but they both still fight the same. Shakur is still a guy that likes to
but I'm
throw a
just
bunch
saying
of straight
Steven
punches.
Shakur is
He
a
likes to
smaller
wait.
man.
Huh?
What I was trying to say was I always try to point out that Shakur Stevenson is a smaller man. That means he's faster and he can move a little bit better. You know, Devin Haney a little bit bigger than Shakur Stevenson, so that's probably why he don't move as fast or as agile. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good point. But I mean, Floyd has longer arms than both of them. Devin are like an inch taller than Floyd, and Floyd faster than both of them. But it is a good point though. Shakur being smaller may make him a little bit quicker. I don't think that the age of their sparring makes a difference in this point because from what I've seen, they fight in the same style that they've been fighting with for years. They just fine-tuned some of the shit that they've done back in the day. Like Devin is still a guy that likes to move around, get on his toes, throw the jab, set shit up behind the jab. Devin likes to clinch, although he's retracted a lot of his clinching in his recent fights because he knows that he's trying to become a pay-per-view star. Shakur Stevenson, he likes to have very, very tight movements, precise movements. He likes to throw a bunch of straight shots. Basically, he's a thinker in the ring, and he likes to use his footwork. He has great reflexes. Like he's been fighting in the same style for years, just like Devin. It's just that they're getting better at the shit that they do.
Yeah, definitely. Like
Shakur and Dev would be a fire ass fight, bro. Hella tactical, but I feel like Shakur would be the one on the back foot though.
yeah, I didn't see they
Devin,
sparring
when you watch
a couple of
performances, I
times.
think Devin will really try to push the pace. Devin will be the one to come forward in that fight. I think because that's how it was.
Yeah,
Was the one that was throwing
KJ.
foul shit, trying to really, really land. Shakur was landing the sharp shit.
Yeah, he's gonna do
KJ, you
that,
never
bro.
told me
Tank got the
who do
power
you
though.
think is
Neither
gonna
one of
win,
them really big
KJ?
hitters, big punchers. You said what, Wickedy?
I never asked you who do you got winning, Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia? I never asked you that.
So man, come on, bro.
Devin Haney.
Ray Charles know who gonna win that fight.
It pains me to say this, but Haney's gonna win. But Ryan
Haney
has
is
a
gonna
chance.
knock out Ryan Garcia.
But Ryan has
Haney
a
needs a
I
knockout. A
beg to
knockout will
differ.
make him a star, man. A knockout will make him a star.
Is he a real boxer?
yeah.
Because Ryan's a select.
That Devin Haney was gonna get fucked up or something like that. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
Wickedy said that. Wickedy said that.
Wicked said that.
Yeah. I think he's gonna knock him out. I think because
Yo, that was
Yeah,
funny,
Hey,
bro.
hold on,
Wiki don't want to put no
Like
money
he a
on that
real
though.
pro
Wiki don't want
boxer.
to put no money on that.
Who gonna knock out who?
Ryan gonna knock out Devin Haney.
Ryan
He
is
said he gonna knock him the fuck out.
So how much
It
money
could
would you
happen.
put on that, Wickedy?
Yeah, how much money you putting on it?
All right, now go, bro.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
what
fair bet.
I thought so.
That's a fair bet.
Wickedy, he was saying it, but he don't really believe that shit.
Yeah, you don't believe
It
that.
could happen. I'm not saying it can't happen because it could happen.
It can happen, but bro,
yeah,
come on now.
but I mean, Haney wouldn't have took that fight if he was at risk of getting knocked out by Ryan. You know what I'm saying? He would never took that fight. So they kind of already know.
Oh, shit.
Hell
Ryan
nah, bro.
used to fight them in the amateurs.
Shit.
Man, Ryan finna look like he got jumped. Devin finna box circles around that boy.
Man,
And Ryan has a good forward.
Devin Haney finna do him, man. He did Regis. He finna beat
Man,
the
and
flip flops off his ass.
See, what happened was
All I say
Ryan
is
started
listen.
boxing for girls. For the girls.
Listen, let me tell you something. Ryan has the
TV and
speed.
shit.
Listen.
Hey, he about to
Ryan
get his
has
ass
the-
whooped.
For girl.
He come against
Listen,
them boys
listen,
in the
listen.
trenches.
Hey, his mama about to give it.
Let me tell y'all this. Ryan has the speed, he has the power, and he ain't gonna get bullied like Regis because he's there at the same height as Devin. He's a little taller than Devin. But what I'm saying is Devin is more skilled than Ryan. Ryan has no footwork, he has no head movement, so he wouldn't be able to get in and out with shots and shit how Devin would. So he wouldn't
I think it's gonna come down to IQ.
Yeah,
Has
it's
a
gonna
higher
come.
IQ than Ryan.
Facts.
Teofimo has a higher IQ than Ryan. Tank Davis, of course, they all have a higher boxing IQ than Ryan. When you get to the highest levels, a lot of people are fast. A lot of people hit hard.
Yeah.
It come down to the mental game. Ryan's mental game is very, very basic. Hopefully, Derek James could really help that. But I mean, how much can you learn in a year and a half?
My thing, I understand. I think Derrick James is a little overrated. But I mean, I'm not hating on him, but I just think he's a little bit overrated.
I mean, why you say
all great trainers are overrated because at the end of the day, you need talent. Like Derek James, he showed Errol Spence that shit.
I ain't
Whatever he
saying
showed Errol, and Errol took it to as far as he could take it.
Listen,
But a
I
lot
ain't
of that is
saying
just
I
Errol
ain't
being a
saying
tough
Derrick
fighter.
James is no all-time great coach, but let me ask you this: why you think he overrated? I just want to see.
Well, I feel like Derrick James overrated because Spence took him, well, just like how KJ just said, Spence took him to the highest level he could go. And then a lot of other trained fighters, big name fighters, started training with him. And once he started getting that gravitation towards him, it just, I don't know.
But another thing I want to add on to that, a lot of people also talk about his other fighters that lost, like, before the fuck, what's his name? Anthony Joshua, yeah, Anthony Joshua,
AJ.
and who else? Like you got
Joshua left him though, right?
You got to look at the fighters losing
I
to
think
them.
Joshua left him. I
Yeah,
think.
Joshua
I
left
don't
him.
know.
Yeah.
I don't
But
remember
what I'm saying
AJ.
is, like, they still criticizing him about that because he got trained by Derrick James. I heard people talk about that.
Look, I got cut off when I make my last point, so I'm gonna make it again. But basically, I think all great trainers or good trainers are overrated. You need an athlete that is gonna get you to that mountaintop. And nobody knew that Errol Spence was gonna take the Derrick James formula that far. A lot of what Errol does is part of his natural gifts. He can throw those hard body shots for 12 rounds. He has a great natural stamina. He's extremely tough. I mean, the man was never knocked down until he fought Terrence Crawford, and he was doing all that while being a part-time drinker and a full-time clubber and being out in the streets and stuff. So Derrick James, he got a lot of credit for what Errol Spence did, but really, it was more so just Errol Spence being special. And Derrick, he does know what he's doing because it takes two. You need a good coach with a great athlete, but I think all great coaches or good coaches are overrated. At the end of the day, boxing is an individual sport. They don't know what the hell that man gonna do once he get in the ring. He don't even have to listen to shit that you say. You can't make him listen to anything that you've been teaching him. So
I
yeah.
think Mayweather Senior was pretty good. What he did with De La Hoya. That was
So
an
who?
aspect where the trainer was. I guess the trainer was more skilled than the actual fighter. Mayweather Senior and De La Hoya. I think that's
Oh yeah, yeah.
all.
I mean,
Mayweather Senior.
he helped out De La Hoya a lot. That's facts.
Yeah.
I mean, the Mayweathers, yeah, those Hall of Fame coaches, like those, yeah. That's like Bomac is probably gonna be remembered for being a Hall of Fame coach. Bomac was able to help out Chris Eubank and help because he lost the fight that he wasn't supposed to lose, and Bomac did a lot of differences when I watched Chris Eubank in that fight against the white guy. I can't think of his name, but the one who was out there rolling his ankles and shit. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Bomac a good trainer. I fuck with
Bomac
Bomac.
was.
What about Bullet? How y'all feel about Bullet?
I mean, Rolly left Bullet. I think Bullet, his
He
problem
did?
is not being honest. Like if he was more honest with Rolly, I think Rolly would have kept him. But he was always telling Rolly like, good job, yeah." It's like, bro, Rolly needs more skills, or he will not be able to compete at the highest level. So,
Rolly should go to
coach got to keep it
trainer
real.
though. He should go like
And,
with Freddie
and they
Roach,
had
a good trainer.
Yeah,
that
Freddie
coach
Roach can
had
help him a
Rolly
lot.
with no
Yeah,
footwork, bro.
like them type of trainers, like Floyd Mayweather Senior or anybody else. Yeah, them type of trainers.
Yeah,
Yeah, like bro, he need to be more
Rolly needs to
slicker.
learn how to set up the Polo.
Yeah, he need to learn how to set up his
And he
power
just
punch.
needs to learn how to set up his Polo.
the
Yeah,
thing about
but he don't
Rolly
have
and
power from
Ryan,
Polo.
the thing about Rolly and Ryan, I don't think that they're gonna really get better. Not because they can't, but because they keep having them go against top competition. It's like really Ryan shouldn't be fighting Devin Haney and Rolly shouldn't be fighting Pitbull Cruz. They should be fighting some bums that nobody knows, and they should have like they should work their way up. They shouldn't be fighting the top guys for another 3 years because they both have to build up skill. So they're putting them in there with guys who they're supposed to lose to and just adding losses to their record. And I think they're going to try to cash out on both of those guys. But yeah, they need time. They need time to develop those skills, man. Especially Rolly. He
Right.
started boxing so late, and he's not a natural. You
Didn't
know,
he
he
box at? I think. Remember.
I mean, if you box late, bro, you got to be a natural though. If you gonna
yeah.
start boxing
That's just.
late,
But I mean, or you could Rolly can get away with it because his power. I'm just saying, if they really was trying to turn him into like somebody that could hold a belt for a long time, it'd be better for Rolly and a guy like Ryan to fight some tomato cans and work on those skills. But it's just weird because it'd be like restarting your career. That's not how
right?
it works. It's like
Yeah,
you
I know
fight a
you
tomato
that's like
cans,
resetting your
work good,
your
you're in
career.
the
career right
spotlight.
back up to
Exactly.
the
That's like
top.
prestiging. That's like prestiging, and you start right back over and shit. Like Dragon Ball
Yeah,
Z Zenkai and shit. Like hell no.
yeah.
I'm still boxing, bro. That man was a YouTube boxer for a while. He gave him some problems in the amateurs, though.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was.
a lot of these boxers that turn pro, like they have a lot of amateur. You know what I'm saying? They was better in the amateurs, but then when they turn pro, I don't know, things just
Bro,
don't work
See,
out.
I'm be
Hollywood
honest with
now.
you. That amateur shit is bullshit. Like, first off, in the amateurs, it's all centered around like national tournaments and golden gloves because that's how you negotiate your way into a big contract coming into the sport.
Right.
So a lot of guys from the time they're young, if they got connections, they're winning a bunch of fights that they're supposed to be losing. But now, next thing you know, they have a record of, oh, I'm 112 and 13 or some shit like that. So that they're getting ranked. Oh, I'm the best in the division as a 16-year-old, 14-year-old. I'm number 5 in the world. I'm number 2 in the world. And a lot of them aren't even training hard. They're training for 3 rounds. When it's time to go pro, eventually your ass gonna have to train for 12 rounds. Most amateur fighters can't make that jump where it's like, damn, you telling me I have to run 6-7 miles a day? You telling me I got to spar a certain amount of rounds every single camp? Telling me I got to be in shape year round? They didn't really sign up for that shit. They signed up for training 2 hours a day, fighting 3 minute rounds, 3 minute rounds, and winning these bullshit tournaments
Yeah.
and being matched up well in the amateur. They didn't sign up for the real deal, so they
I
get
got a
shot.
question.
That's why a lot of amateurs don't make good pros.
Mm-hmm.
How many rounds do a professional train for?
Professional? I mean, it
Yeah.
depends. Some guys like to do a bunch of rounds. Like Manny Pacquiao, especially when he was on that shit.
15.
Manny said he could do. He prepared for Barrera by doing 30 rounds a day. But some guys they don't need a bunch of rounds. Some guys they just need a couple of rounds because they just got it. Like
Yeah, that's what
If
I
I
do when I
remember
be
right,
training
Floyd said he was
basketball. I do
doing.
like a lot of
Yeah, I
rounds.
got a trick that I do, right? If I'm going 3 minutes, I spar at 5 minutes and 30 seconds. And then I only take 30 seconds rest instead of 1 minute rest.
Salvador Sanchez used to do 5 minute rounds.
Yeah, I do 5 minute rounds. And
I
then
think
take
Roy
30
Jones
seconds
did
rest.
4 minute rounds.
Yeah, I take 30 seconds rest in 5 minute rounds to get me ready
I
for
used to do that too.
get me ready for I got a tournament coming up.
Hey,
You were
Hey, good luck on that
best of luck to
tournament,
you though,
man.
bro. Best of luck to you.
Good luck.
Hey, appreciate it, bro. I'm just getting back started, bro. I had took some
Yeah,
time off and I still got the love in me, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Hey, I'm
I'm
gonna
finna
tell
start
you this
training
though,
myself.
man. Don't take off ever again
I know,
I'm finna
right?
start training myself
because
too.
people pray like me.
Myself too, bro.
I always keep working, keep working, keep working. If I ever take off from boxing, that means I'm done with it. But it's people like mentally, I pray on a motherfucker that's like, okay, he in and out of it. You're never gonna be in the best shape you could be in if you're always taking off and trying to come back. So you're
Facts.
gonna lose fights to somebody that you may be more talented than just because they're in shape year round. So you want to get year round, you want to stick with it because it's not a sport to really be in and out. It's not basketball and football. You're only hurting yourself.
It's the
But
Yeah.
hurt,
good luck
man.
in your tournament
Yeah.
though, man.
Yeah, no, you right, guys. But I'm basically retired and coaching now. I'm 41. But
Okay,
I just
okay.
still got the love and I be in good shape so I can, you know what I'm saying, spar my students and shit like that.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you
Just
going
don't
to
get
be
Yeah, I
hurt.
still
as a
compete too
coach.
though.
Oh, you compete. Okay, you compete in the amateur.
Yeah.
Nah, well,
Okay,
look,
cool.
I'm doing kickboxing right now. So what I do is I get me a couple of fights every now and then, stay sharp.
Right, right.
Right.
Well, that's cool too, man. I thought you was younger. Other than that, I mean, that's a whole different ballgame. You basically just doing it for the love, and you basically just a civilian walking around here with a bunch of skills. Don't get into
For
no
real.
fight. When your ass over in Walmart or whatever, doing your
Man,
grocery shopping,
I
don't
be,
be out here beating up on those civilians, man.
man, look,
Because
bro,
you
I
know
be
what we
talking
gonna
them
teach
out of
you.
it, bro. I be like, bro, come on now.
Walk
That's how I
away.
be sometimes when
Yeah.
people be getting on my nerves, man. I be ready to slap somebody, bro.
Yeah, for real, bro.
Nah,
Man,
walk
I'm
away,
finna
man.
see on
I'm
them
finna
to give
start
me a
training
date for this
myself
next
though.
fight, man.
Yeah.
And y'all live in Maryland, but I'm in a tournament right now. I thought I was gonna be fighting this Saturday,
I don't
but
know
they ain't
when I'm
call my
gonna be
name up
fighting,
yet.
bro.
So fuck it.
Hey,
I'm
y'all, I
waiting.
got a question for the room though.
Yeah.
Look, I still got the love, y'all. I'm 41. You think I can start back running about 10 miles every other day and goddamn get back in the mix and get a belt right quick, or I'm getting
Hey,
knocked the fuck
shoot,
out?
George Foreman did it. You
Yeah,
can
I
do it.
mean, yeah.
George Foreman did it. George Foreman
Hey,
did it in his 40s, man. You still got it,
Hey,
bro.
Motherfucker running 10 miles a day. Hey yo, the fight doctor. What you
Call
say,
Haney out.
bro?
He gonna take your fight.
Hell
The
no.
fight doctor. What you saying? Like, fuck.
man, look,
there's a
I
lot of
got my fights up on my channel, bro.
bro, I've been
I'm just
thinking
saying,
about
bro.
it lately. Like, I'm thinking about
That's
like,
false
all right,
propaganda.
am I gonna go out there and get knocked the fuck out, or either I'm gonna get knocked the fuck out, or either I'm still the truth.
Hey, you might still be the truth.
If you got that power, bro,
Somebody
you
out, bro. You can
Look at
still
yeah,
fight.
Barroso. Look at
I got
you
speed
Barroso.
and power, my
A
G,
lot of
but
fighters
Hey,
did
look
get
at
knocked out.
what
Barroso,
fucked me
man.
up is
look
I
at
went to
Barroso.
prison, and when
Oscar
I
De La
got out,
Hoya did
I
it
was
at
over.
Man,
47.
Barroso will roll his ass. I'm dead ass. Like he fucked him up.
Oh,
Look at
That
George
old
Foreman.
man.
Look at George Foreman. George Foreman became champion again after Ali whooped him.
Yeah,
Man, look, I thought that they was gonna call my name this Saturday, right? But I went in the gym today. The coach said they didn't call my name for the tournament. So yesterday, I'm thinking they're gonna call my name. I did 13 miles, man.
yeah,
My body hurt.
Man, KJ,
But it
you
13.
is
must
what
be
it is.
skilled as hell. Cause I stay hearing like your fighters don't show up or some bullshit like that. Like you must be
No, my
skilled as hell.
fighters it's not that the fighter ain't show up. It's a tournament, so it's a bracket. You gotta wait till they call your name.
Oh yeah.
But my
yeah,
fights,
that's
some
what
of
I'm
my
trying to
fights
do
are
too.
already on the page. But right now, I'm just trying to stay in super shape. So when they call me, we get busy.
Yeah, start shadow boxing and shit. Like just stay up, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to
Man, it
do
said
too.
shadow box, motherfucker. I be
I'm about
sparring,
to
nigga.
start
I know,
cutting
like
weight
I know,
this
like
Started.
month.
I'm just
Cause
saying,
I'm
like
trying to
what
get
if
my
like
first
I
fight in
know
the
like
amateur
sparring
stuff,
and
bro.
shit, but like what I'm saying
Man,
is
whatever happened to that middleweight, that African dude? He lost the tournament to that Cuban dude, Andrew Tabiti. What happened to the
Oh yeah.
Tabiti?
Oh shit, he
He
got
just,
beat. He went to cruiserweight.
yeah, he just disappeared though. Like I don't, he just disappeared after that loss.
Shit, he got beat up pretty bad. He probably
Yeah,
taking some time off.
yeah, a lot of fighters do
Andrew
that.
to
Yeah, he
I
got
used to
knocked
like
out.
him a lot.
I think he lost 2 in a row. So I think you need to take a break after 2,
Oh,
right?
I didn't know he lost two. I thought he lost to that Cuban dude in that tournament. He got
I know
knocked
he
out.
lost one, but I think he lost 2 in a row. Well, hold up. Yeah, he lost the tournament. I'm gonna just hold it there.
Hey, Brandon
Yeah,
Cofield, 43 says tournament was crazy for me. Being your best 3 days in a row. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I can't wait for that experience. Like if I gotta fight 3 or 4 days in a row, because you're never gonna be challenged that much as a pro. Because as a pro, you only fight that one day. So
That's
that's
what I
actually
want
a
to do
great. It's
too,
actually
though.
a great workout. That's how I look at it. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
damn, a motherfucker telling you to fight back to back to back. So that's gonna make you a better
it's gonna
professional
be
if
my
you plan
first
on being
time
professional.
sparring. What you think I should work on?
Bad.
It's gonna be
What you
my
good
Bad.
at?
first
it's
time sparring. What you think I should
So
work on?
Don't
so
work
what are
on
you good at?
nothing, bro. It's your first time. Just
Yeah.
relax.
Just whoop
Facts.
his ass
Relax
and
yourself.
jab the
Calm
shit
down.
out his ass.
Grab the shit out of it.
jab the shit out
Hey,
of
Just
it.
yo, oh
pretend
yeah.
like you
Hold it
Larry
to
Two
Holmes and
uppercuts.
jab the shit out his
Listen,
ass.
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. What are your best attributes? Like, what are you good at?
Good at defense. I'm good at the ring. Good
Man,
at the
Kawaki,
footwork.
Kawaki, man, the man said he never sparred before. He don't know what the fuck he good at.
All
Hell
right,
nah.
all right, all
He
right.
give you what he good
He
at on the
already
bag.
named.
Hey,
And
bro,
just
just
I'm
pretend
good
just
you
at
go
that.
Larry
in
I
there,
work
Holmes.
on
go
that
in there and
now.
relax. The sparring is going to show you what you're naturally good at and things that you need to work on. But since you never sparred before, boxing it's not about what you could do in the shadow. It's
Boy,
not about
Neil
what you
bird
could do in the
funny.
bag. It's about what you could do with
Yeah,
another man in front of you.
Hey,
I
Neil
got
bird
good
funny,
hand
boy.
movement
That
too,
boy
though.
said
So
throw haymakers like Wilder. That boy funny, boy.
Nah, just pretend you Larry Holmes and jab the shit out that motherfucker until he say stop.
Oh
That's
shit.
what I did. That's what I
Hey,
did. I just
bitch should
pretend
just
like
get
I had
start
that body.
jabbing
hey,
at it.
hey, put that old man strength on his head like Barroso.
Oh God, bro.
I punch though. You can
Don't
hear it.
spar with no kick.
My first sparring match, I just pretend like I was Larry Holmes and I just threw like a million jabs until somebody came and got my ass. I looked up. I was like, "Is it over with?" He was like, "Yeah, bro."
Say y'all, I'm about to
Hella
leave,
jab.
man. Good night, y'all.
All right, good night, folks.
Yeah,
See
I'm
you
only
out.
got
Nice
about
talking to
10 more
y'all.
minutes for me
Good
as
night,
well,
bro.
fellas.
Yeah, I'm about to get off of here because I got to go to a baseball meeting tomorrow too. So
Yeah, I'm about to get
Yeah,
out here
you
too.
you doing boxing, you doing baseball, man. Shit.
I don't know, bro. I've been doing like so much sport. Shit.
Shit. Cross
Your ass
training,
sound like
then,
you
nigga.
doing cat ball.
Cross training like a motherfucker.
Staying busy. Hey, KJ, can do you say you're an amateur fighter?
Yeah, this is my last year amateur. I wanted my last year to be last year amateur, but my knee was swollen. I went running after a fight, and my knee swelled up around the time that the tournament was. But right now it's a tournament. I'm waiting for them to call my name. But Wickedy, my fights is on my page. If you go to a tab called KJITV in action, you can see some of my little fights. Yeah.
What
Yeah, I'm
weight
gonna go
class
check
you
you
in?
out too, bro.
Oh,
What weight
150,
class?
150. Right now it's 156, but they be changing it. But when I go pro, I'm gonna be at 154.
I might if I go pro with you, bro. I'm coming in at 175 with the killers,
Damn,
the money
boy.
league.
175 right.
Boy, they gonna
Bullshit.
try to kill
Wait,
my old ass.
I think I'm gonna be a heavyweight.
Oh,
damn.
God damn, you must
Well,
be a giant because heavyweight division is super heavy now.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it really is.
KJ, before you go, I need to ask you this one question. Do you think Better Be will ever get the stardom that he deserves, like Canelo?
No. He's not a star.
No. No, no.
That'll be dope.
Is it
He's
because
Definitely.
just not
people
a
are
star,
scared of
man. He's
him?
not a star. He doesn't speak well. He's not. I guess he's not appealing to the fans. Hey, Wickedy, make sure you mute your mic when you're not talking, because you know you
My
got that.
bad, my bad.
I said talking when you're not talking, because you know you got that echo. But basically, they don't look at him as being somebody that's attractive. He doesn't speak well to formulate his words. I mean, his English is choppy because he's Russian. Yeah, I mean, he's just somebody that's just knocking everybody out, and he doesn't do it in a way where it's like it doesn't look electric. It looks like he just hit somebody and they fall. Tank does it. It looks a certain way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bertabiev, it looked basic, even though he's doing extraordinary things. He would never be a star. Plus, he's 40 years old. If he hasn't been able to become a star by now, he would never be a star.
Hey, Bitterville need to start telling motherfuckers he gonna kill him and then actually catch a body. Then he'll be the man.
Nah, he would never. Matias caught a body. Like, it's hard for guys who aren't American to become stars. Like a dude like Manny Pacquiao, that's rare. Cause Manny can't speak good English, but he fights so charismatically, throwing all those punches. Don't ask me how and why he was able to have all of that energy. Wink, wink.
Oh
But
shit, I know
Manny
why.
fought in a way where as though people couldn't forget. They was like, "Who the fuck is that?" So for it to be, there's no way he can go in there and throw that many punches and that many power punches for 12 rounds, like especially at this age.
What he was on some powder?
Oh no. Manny didn't want to take the PD test when Floyd wanted to test him all those years ago, so he might have been on something. Abel Perez, I know you want to come up, but I'm about to get up out of here. I ain't even gonna lie, man. So you got to come next time earlier. But all right, fellas, NBA 2K, T Street, Camario,
Yeah.
Rickety. I'm out of here, man.
I'm about it.
All right,
I'm
good
gonna
night,
check
y'all.
out the videos too, my G.
Oh yeah. I appreciate that, man. It's in the tab KJITV.
Hey, you ain't hear my power and my punches or no?
Bro, you
I
hitting a
just did
little
the punch
bag.
back. Wait.
I'm out.